I am truly honored to be here tonight to talk about the life of Philip Lutzenkirchen. Had a special place in my life and my family's life. Got a chance to reflect the last few days, a lot of memories. Philip was the first player that I recruited as an Auburn coach. The first in-home visit I ever made was to Philip's house, and I knew he was a great player. But Mike and Mary opened up their home. I knew there was something special about their family, and I knew that we're not just getting a great player, but a great family. You know, as a coach, you know, you're really not supposed to have favorites. But I believe, speaking for all of the coaches, you know, at Auburn, Philip made that extremely tough for the type of player he was, but more importantly, the type of person he was. I want to talk about Philip the player first. He'll be remembered as one of the best players to ever put on an Auburn jersey, no doubt. He had a great football IQ. I mean, he was like a coach on the field. He would come back to the sideline, coach, this is there, that's there, and was just a joy. He was a great competitor. He played his best when the pressure was the highest. We talked about the 2010 Iron Bowl. We talked about the Lutzy and all that. As a coach, what I always remember about that play is after he scored, he handed the ball to the referee. He found his teammates. He didn't celebrate himself. He found his teammates, and that was very important. 2011, South Carolina, we throw interception late in the game. He stripped the guy the ball. He gets the football. And then a couple series later, we throw him the game-winning touchdown. Just like Chip said, he had the it factor. Very few players that aren't quarterbacks have the it factor. He definitely did. He was a team player. He was unselfish, just like Chip. There's numerous stories that I would see him after the game. He didn't get the ball or whatever. He had a smile on his face. It didn't make any difference as long as the team won. He respected his teammates, and he respected his coaches. And because of that, they both loved him. Philip the person. Just like Chip said, always ask our players to use their influence in a positive way. And I believe the Lord rewards him. See, Philip had that figured out before he got to Auburn. That's a tribute to his parents, his sisters, and his family, and everyone that helped raise him. Philip, when I think of him, I think of a caring person. He truly cared about people. He made you feel like family. He also probably had more friends than any player I ever coached. Old players loved him. And that's rare for a young guy coming in. A lot of those old players are here tonight. Younger players, they attracted him. They just wanted to be around him. He was like a magnet. Players on the other team, he knew numerous players every time we played someone, and they were friends. Outside of football, he had numerous. It always blew my mind how he had the time outside of football to develop the relationships that he did. But that's just who he was. He had a caring heart. Philip was a positive person. Every time, you know, I saw him smiling. And I'm a little stiff, and he always had the joke of trying to make me smile, especially in pressure situations. And I'm going to miss that. He was a great encourager. He didn't just encourage teammates when they're down. He had a knack to encourage coaches. I got some texts the same way. He always knew when I was a little bit down, and he would text me at the right time and just really change my whole way of thinking with an encouraging message. Also, Philip was humble. Philip, he never let success change him. And Philip was a star. There's no doubt, whether it was Auburn or anywhere else. And that's very rare that people can stay true to who they are, and he definitely did that. I always respected Philip for the next one. He was courageous. He stood up for his beliefs. He didn't give in to peer pressure, whether it was his spiritual beliefs, whether it was just his opinion. He would always be strong with it, and I really I always appreciated that. Bottom line about Philip, and I heard this from some other coaches too, he's the type of young man that you would want your daughters to marry, and I think that says it all. It was a true honor and a blessing for me to have coached Philip Lutzenkirchen. He not only made me a better coach, I believe he made me a better person. And I want to thank Philip for the example that he set as a person, as a player, moving forward for all the players that come through Auburn. And I would say this for all the players that are here. I know there's numerous ones that would say, speak for them, that Philip, we love you, and we're going to miss you, and we can't wait to see you in heaven.